Good morning. It's 25th of March, and it's SmallBizDavid. Quotation: successful people are always looking for opportunities to help others. Unsuccessful people are always asking, what's in it for me? Wonderful quotation. Insightful, thoughtful quotation from, I'm proud to say, my mentor, or one of my mentors, Tracy. Actually, there might be an extension of that quotation. It'll be 2 years ago, well, a year and a half ago, I met Tracy at that event. It was the Quilly Awards, a group called the National Academy of Best-Selling Authors. We're recognizing this book, Business Strategies for Economic Growth in the New Economy, featuring David Leopold. Couldn't get him to put SmallBizDavid, with Tracy. I received this Quilly Award for my participation. I was one of 33, I believe, small business owners like myself, each of us writing a chapter of the book. And I actually dedicated my chapter to Tracy, knowing that he was the spearhead, if you will, of this particular book. Brian has written close to 60 books about the person, the individual, about success in business, what it takes to be successful. Nobody says it better or more often than Tracy. And so it was indeed an honor for me to get a Quilly Award in the same evening that Tracy got a Lifetime Achievement Award for all that he has done in the world of publishing. But using the theme of success, people measure success very differently. Of course, a lot of people measure it in pure dollars and cents. And I don't happen to be one of them, but that's how some people look at the world and evaluate the world, see how they place themselves in the world based upon how much money they've been able to make. And that's okay. That's their measurement of their success. But I got an email this morning from businessnewsdaily.com. businessnewsdaily.com. It's a great email newsletter that I get. I don't even know how often I get it, but it always has very good information, very reliable and trustworthy information, and I suggest you try to read it if you can. businessnewsdaily.com. But today they had a blog written by a gentleman, David Milik. He's a staff writer at Business News Daily. Actually, he wrote this almost a week ago. I just read it this morning. The title of it is Entrepreneurs Define the Meaning of Success. How do you define success? For some business leaders, success is defined by monetary rewards, while others say success is having a positive impact on others. Business News Daily asked professionals for their thoughts on what makes a business successful. And I'm going to share with you about 3 of the responses. A gentleman by the name of Paul Jarvis, Jarvis. He is owner of a company called these are all capital letters, PJRVS. And he says, I own and run a web design company. My goal has never been to have the most clients or even to make the most money. I like being focused on just a couple of clients at a time and a few interesting projects a year. My measure of success is doing good work for interesting people and providing them with value. You know, as I look at my life, the last 40 plus years of my life, as I've been an entrepreneur and small business owner, I think that definition of success by Paul comes very, very close to how I define success in terms of my life. It's never been about a lot of money. Never had a lot of money. But I have been very, very fortunate to basically in the last 40 years come and go as I please. And that, for me, just the ability to do that transcends any amount of money that one might have. One of the businesses that I started a long time ago, started in 1978 as a pure business venture in terms of setting a goal and objective and being able to meet that goal and objective. I did it in a period of 11 months. I took a business idea from zero, and in 11 months, with a staff of 15 people, we created a profitable magazine edition, monthly magazine. And so my business model worked. My business model was successful, but I did not enjoy the total experience of doing what I do to create a successful publication and managing, if you will, the affairs of the 15 other people who did a wonderful job in helping us realize our goals. But I was probably involved with every single one of them, I'm thinking back now, with some aspect of their personal life, particularly since I was the one that signed the paychecks. I did not enjoy the experience. So inside, in the first year where a profitable business, profitable magazine was created, I also terminated the publication because I wasn't enjoying the experience, number one. And quite honestly, from a personal standpoint, another opportunity came into my life, and I pursued that opportunity. But it was just one of those things. I sold whatever assets that I had available to sell, and inside of a year there weren't too many assets. I was able to realize some revenue from the subscription list that I had built. But I personally invested about $10,000 in the project out of savings, and I got the first and only bank loan that I've ever had in my life for $10,000, and inside of that year, I repaid that loan with the premium that the banker charged me in the form of interest. So we had a successful business endeavor, but I wasn't feeling personally the success because I measure it differently. Okay, that's what Paul had to say about success. What does Lee Dumas, founder of and host of the business podcast Entrepreneur on Fire? I'll have to look at it, watch it sometime. Lee says, success is the gradual realization of a worthy goal. To me, the key word here is worthy. Ask yourself this. If you reach your goal, will you look at it as a goal worth attaining? It's funny how that quotation also, that thought by Lee, fits into the case study that I just shared with you about my publication back in 1978-79. I realized the goal, and it was a worthy goal, but the big picture of the experience was that I wasn't enjoying the experience. I wanted to take my life in a different direction, a direction that I could control better. I have to be able to control my own direction, my own destiny, as best I can. And so actually, it was that year, I only had employees in a company. Well, I had some part-time employees over the years and some publishing I did, but I only had full-time employees one time in my life, and I had 15 of them, and it wasn't for me. So I made the commitment to myself personally that whatever I did for the rest of my life, I was going to either do it myself, and if it needed to get done and I couldn't do it or shouldn't do it, I would outsource that particular task to somebody who could do it better, who could do it more efficiently than I could. And so I've I have lived by that credo, if you will, since 1979. Okay, and a final quotation I'd like to share with you comes from Hope Wilson. Hope is president of Wilson Business Growth Consultants. And Hope has to say, success is running a profitable firm that conducts business with honesty and integrity, makes meaningful contributions to the communities it serves, and nurtures high-quality, balanced lives for all employees. As business owners, we must think outside of our own doors. We must think about the potential impacts that we have on those around us, as well as future generations. And that kind of it's a wonderful segue into what we are doing in the SmallBizDavid Foundation.org, that we want to take successful entrepreneurs, not want to take them, we want to engage successful entrepreneurs who would become lifetime members of the SmallBizDavid Foundation and share those experiences with me that I will share with you in a YouTube presentation. Then they will try to take that experience, create a cash flow experience for them. That's part one. Part two is, and here's where it's extremely important and ties into what Hope had to say, that successful entrepreneur will share their success their business experience with a student of entrepreneurship as a part of their membership fee, lifetime membership fee. And in sharing that experience, number one, the student of entrepreneurship may be a grade school student, high school student, college or university student. They will be able to engage in our community's entrepreneurship development training. It's training that I am put together based upon my 40-plus years of experiences as an entrepreneur and small business owner, as well as those successful entrepreneurs who become lifetime members of our foundation. So they will share those experiences with students of entrepreneurship in the hope that those students will grow with the experience, expand the experience. The future of entrepreneurship and successful small business in this country rests with our students of entrepreneurship. Thank you for your time today, and we'll see you soon.